Ni hao, or hello. I'm Dean Jones, principal of Realogics Sotheby's International Realty. The Pacific Northwest is witness to a meteoric rise of foreign direct investment and immigration. Given that international is our middle name, we're playing a meaningful role connecting homebuyers on both sides of the Pacific. Chinese nationals now surpass the Japanese as the top international visitor, according to Visit Seattle. The Obama administration recently expanded international visas into the U.S. multi-entry for Chinese nationals from 1 year to 10 years. Likewise, student visas were extended from 1 year to 5 years. The WealthX and Sotheby's International Realty Global Luxury Residential Real Estate report notes there's almost twice as many ultra high net worth individuals in Asia as there are in Latin America, the Caribbean, the Middle East, the Pacific, and Africa combined. A recent study by Huron and Visa's consulting group reveals the majority of Chinese millionaires surveyed either have already begun or plan to emigrate from China. Seattle is the 5th most popular destination in the world. Meanwhile, Juai.com, a leading real estate portal in China, reports Seattle is now the 4th most visited real estate market by Chinese nationals online. Here's why. The primary markets of Vancouver, BC, San Francisco, and Los Angeles are now so expensive, the secondary markets are becoming a primary focus. Enter the Pacific Northwest, or as I like to say, the preferred alternative. The statistics are compelling. When comparing the median household incomes into the median home prices of the Seattle Bellevue metro area, we find relative affordability, up to twice the opportunity of peer markets, and a propensity for even greater capital appreciation. That's why we created the Dragon and Pearls Initiative and the Asia Services Group, so we can allow our foreign consumers to compare and contrast major West Coast gateway cities. We showcase these fundamentals in international property shows in Beijing, Hong Kong, Shanghai, Hainan, to name a few. We regularly contribute to global media and panel discussions on the subject. Washington State is second only to California in sales to Chinese homebuyers. This phenomena is due in part to a Chinese blockbuster hit, Beijing Meets Seattle, or Finding Mr. Right, which paints a fairy tale lifestyle of living abroad in Seattle. Seattle was further highlighted during a recent high-profile visit by Chinese President Xi Jinping. These global citizenship trends can actually create a self-fulfilling prophecy about a rising home market. It's like an iceberg. What you see on the surface can actually run much deeper. Sotheby's Realty.com now reaches 1.25 million unique visitors a month. 45% of that traffic originates from outside the US. This has happened before. I was raised in Vancouver, BC, and had a front row seat for the World's Fair, which showcased our city globally during Expo 86. Then, in anticipation of the 1997 transfer of Hong Kong sovereignty from the United Kingdom back to China, thousands of Hong Kong residents took advantage of Canada's relatively lax immigration policy. The trend caught on with mainland Chinese and other nationalities when they saw foreign direct investment as a financial safe haven in real estate. Today, nearly 50% of the Metro Vancouver population is of Asian origin. That's the highest concentration outside of Asia. By comparison, San Francisco is estimated at 33%, and Seattle, just 13%, but rising quickly. New global cities like Richmond, BC, outside of Vancouver, could well be a Chinese suburb today with the culture, food, language, and lifestyle that's familiar to them overseas. The average home in Vancouver is now valued in excess of $1 million. In many ways, I feel the Vancouver market is a harbinger for what might lie ahead for us here in the Seattle metro area, and I think it's exciting. Consider it. SeaTac International Airport is the closest mainland port to Asia. Both Hainan Airlines and Delta Airlines have expanded their direct flights into China, and numerous other airlines operate to other Asian cities. These are typically cheaper and up to 2 hours quicker than other West Coast hubs in California. Puget Sound also offers many top-ranked private and public schools, many of which offer English as a second language. The University of Washington is ranked 15th by the Shanghai ranking of world universities. More than half of the 7,300 international students at the U are from China. For some contrast, developers of preferred Beijing suburbs are now building apartments of just 4 square meters and selling them for an incredible $1 million. So that family can have a Hoku or residency card, allowing that student to attend that particular school. So paying a 1% property tax to have your child attend school overseas is a very compelling proposition. Our natural environment is also a very positive factor. For most developing Asia, the clean, clear, and moderate climate of the Pacific Northwest is preferred, and the opportunity to live near or on freshwater lakes or the sea is a luxury reserved for a select few. Yet, around here, it's relatively attainable. Then there are macro trends, such as Canada's prompt cancellation of their popular foreign direct investment program, which sent back 60,000 applications recently, mostly Chinese. The rising real estate market in the US, as well as the dollar and consumer confidence, has encouraged many global residents to take shelter in what's really become the latest blue chip investment, real estate in America. It helps too that the Seattle Bellevue area is not dependent on foreign investment. Our economy is diverse and strong on its own merit. Then there's the USCIS EB-5 investment program, which will exchange an opportunity for U.S. citizenship with foreign direct investment. Typically, these investments are with real estate projects that are in redevelopment areas and offering a bounty of jobs. This has become a hotbed of opportunity, especially around the Seattle Bellevue metro area. There is no doubt that China's blossoming economy is producing an unprecedented amount of wealth and demand for U.S. real estate. But Asia is a large place. We also experience demand from India, Japan, South Korea, Vietnam, and Indonesia, to name a few other countries. Our world-class cities in the Pacific Northwest is attracting global citizenship and investment. I'm proud to serve on the board of directors with the Washington State China Relations Council, and we've played a leading role hosting overseas delegations to the region. We created the Asia Services Group with brokers specialized in the language and logistics when working with foreign nationals, with immigration and investment. We created the custom publications such as the All Mandarin Seattle Luxury Living magazine and even an exclusive WeChat app to reach Chinese nationals overseas. And Realogics Sotheby's International Realty is in a unique position to service this rising demand. So whether your next address is around the corner or around the world, we're here to help.